about to blow up. It's time to testify. Chain of signatures launched. We're reaching for the sky. Blockchain to get the locks. Niggas leading the drive. Now side each.
All right, welcome everybody to a special day. It is the opening ceremony of the Redacted Online Hackathon. All right, everyone. So, woohoo! Before we get started, we've got someone, the legend, the man, the myth, everybody. We've got David Morrison, intern at Near Foundation, to say a few words.
GMG, whatever flipping suffix, I don't know if we're allowed to swear on this one, that you want to stick after the letter G. Thank you all so much. Huge thank you to all the developers, the geeks, the smart people out there. I know the new World of Warcraft expansion has just came out, so thank God we managed to put it down for like 20 minutes to join the Redacted Hackathon opening ceremony. I am kidding, of course. We all know the story of Vitalik and how his warlock got nerfed, and then it ended up building a gigantic ecosystem of smart contracts and dApps and degens and more. And I think I speak for everyone when I say it, as brilliant as that was and as incredible as it is, Redacted and Near and the entire ecosystem that's built around it is really thinking even bigger than that. And Ethereum, of course, is going to play a huge part in that, as is Solana and Polkadot, Cardano, Avalanche, Ton, every single one, because at the end of the day, we're all on the same team. And if you missed the announcement last week, you saw that Edward Snowden is coming. And by coming, I mean dialing in, because he is, of course, locked within the walls of Russia to talk all things digital sovereignty and the threat that AI poses to each and every one of us, whether you're watching or not. It is coming, and we do need to build a better way. I know that sounds very WEF-esque, but I think it's actually the opposite. It's a much more decentralized approach, and it's giving power back into the hands of the individuals, the users, the people. And I just can't wait to see what you guys build. And I can't wait to see people walk home with $500,000 in prizes.
Sure.
Yes.
Love it.
Money.
That's awesome. Well, then here, I'll follow up on that. You're talking about the prizes. Let me do a little housekeeping, then I'm going to leave, and then it's just all Dev Hub, and you guys can take it from there. But really just a couple high-level stuff about the hackathon, some details, some dates, how it's going to roll out over the next few weeks. All right, so let's bring up this infographic. Boom, here we go. This is the Redacted. It's the online hackathon. There is also going to be an IRL version with some special bounties, but you do not need to attend the IRL to do the online. They are two separate hackathons in that sense. There's over 500K in bounties, and there's going to be 2 tracks, high level, chain abstraction and AI. Now, we're going to have a lot of content over the next 8 weeks or so with different leaders and people of each of those projects to guide and share and give ideas and things like that. So don't worry, just hang out, and we'll definitely deep dive into that. So then here's the important dates. Today, hackathon begins September 5th. Now, you can start submitting your projects on September 25th, and then final submissions are October 25th. Then judging happens from the 25th to the 8th. Then at the actual Redacted IRL event, conference, movement, what we'll do there is that we will, share the winners and stuff. You do not have to go there if you do win, though. Just I want that to be noted as well. And then lastly, you can stack bounties. right? And this will all make a lot more sense as you start to learn a lot more about AI and how it's leveraged in Web3, right? Like you can be having a Web3 project, and you can leverage parts of AI tech stack at Near. And then, we'll deep dive into a lot more of that. So that's sort of the high level, the high level data to give you guys. Looking forward to it. Joe, if you want to take it from here, introduce the Dev Hub and, do the Dev Hub.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, we're really excited. We represent DevHub, which is the developer ecosystem side of Near Protocol. And today with me, I have Owen, who's one of our DevRels, and we have the legend herself, Maria, who helps run the entire hackathon, and she'll help kind of guide us through some of the different ins and outs and details of it. Let's start with you, Maria. Can you just kind of give a high level of like the general rules and outcome of like what this hackathon is?
First things first, I think we need to let the man, the legend himself go, and he wanted to say one more thing.
Yes, because I also have to run out to another call. I think I'm getting reprimanded for things that may or may not have occurred in the past 48 hours, but let's see what happens. This is just really a rallying call to every single developer. If you know how to write a single line of code, whether it's in JavaScript, Rust, or anything, please do head to the dev post, assemble a team, and take home your share of $500,000 in prizes. If you haven't yet, you either need to go and lie to your doctor to get an Adderall prescription, or if you are technically inclined, which I'm sure you are, there are certain websites on the internet accessible through Tor. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not saying that you should definitely do it, but you can do it, where you can buy things like Adderall and stuff like that. If you can't find Adderall, nicotine is the number one nootropic legally available in the world.
Thoughts on Lion's Mane?
Lion's Mane, sure. Yeah, all right, if you want to believe it. Do the full stack. Get Lion's Mane,
full stack.
Adderall, modafinil, nicotine. Anything you need to get your project over the finish line and build in the world of AI and chain abstraction. Ladies and gentlemen, Owen, Maria, Joe, I leave everybody in your capable hands. You're going to do a brilliant job. Let them know how they can get involved, what they're going to be building, and how they can take home a big fat slice of $500,000. But until next time, everyone, God bless. Thank you very much. And I will see you at Redacted, November 9th to 11th, Bangkok.
We'll see you then.
Thank you. I hope it wasn't the threat that he's going to see us all at Redacted. So yeah, I'm just sipping my peppermint tea and listening to all the Adderall endorsements. Kids, don't do drugs, do hackathons instead. And yeah, it's actually an official statement. One of the points in our rules that you don't have to share with David Morrison if you win a bounty. It's set on DevPost, redacted.devpost.com. Just go there, check the section rules, and whoever finds it first, I'll pay you one Near. So yeah, Mr. So welcome to the stream. I have some familiar faces in the chat. Welcome, guys. I see some previous hackathon participants, even one of the winners or the pitching competition participants at NearCon last year. So I probably wanted to touch the subject of why we don't have an IRL hackathon this time around. That's not because we don't want to see you. We still want to see you in Bangkok, and we are providing travel stipends to do just that. More on that later. But we just decided to see what you can build if you are given 6 weeks of time. And these 6 weeks, the submission period starts today. Our hackathon is open for a while. We have over 500 registrations already. We are not closing the registration anytime soon. I think it will be open up until the submission deadline. But please, just in case, hurry up. You want to be among the first 1,000. Maybe you will get something, maybe not. That's up to us to decide. The hackathon is up. The bounties are up. You can make yourself familiar with the tracks. Also, more on that later. But we're going to start probably with the general structure. Right, Joe?
Let's kind of jump into what it is. So there's actually a question that's in the chat that I think kind of kicks off the whole conversation. And one's about forming teams. And is there a deadline? Can you have teams? How many people can be in a team? How do you get started?
that there is no deadline on forming the teams. So you will be able to edit your submission page up until the beginning of the judging period on October 25th. Up until then, you are free to add members to your teams. And actually, if you don't have a team member or you are looking for a team to join, please go to redacted.devpost.com, open the participants tab, and you will see all of those amazing people, talented developers or not developers, maybe marketers, maybe designers, however you need, without a team. So you just have to click that mark, looking for a team, and there you go. You will receive the whole list of people. Don't be shy. You can write them a message on DevPost. Otherwise, you can write them on our Near Dev chat on Telegram. Everyone is super responsive. And I think half of people in our comment sections are already there. So yeah, I hope that answers the question. And we welcome another participants on this call. Hey, Josh.
Josh. Oh,
hi. How's it going?
Yes.
My camera's not working with this new platform. I'll have to figure it out for next time. But hey, how's it
No
going?
worries.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, no, thanks for jumping on. I wanted you just to jump on, Josh. People don't know, Josh done a lot of stuff with the developer experience here on Near. There is a lot of great resources that I don't think everyone's always aware of. And so that'd be great if you could just kind of come and summarize, like, how do you actually get started with all the great developer tools on Near?
Yeah, totally. So what I would like to do probably would be easiest. Let's see if I could present my screen, share my screen, and we will share a window, which is my documentation site, hopefully. Can you guys see my shared screen? Is this working on your end?
Will be added 1 second.
I see it down here, but I don't see it.
Yes, our
It's complicated.
our people behind the scenes need to.
Oh, we get the backstage
Yes,
handlers
yes,
that are
yes,
that are
yeah.
processing the video. All right, cool.
Jared,
Jared, get on
come
that. No. All right. But yeah, I would say starting with docs.near.org is the best place actually to get started. And we're trying to make docs.near.org kind of be like the one-stop shop, like where you can find all these other resources. But I just kind of want to maybe give an overlay for people that haven't seen it. Guillermo's done a ton of amazing work on docs.near.org, continuing to refine it and based off of feedback that's given on it. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to do like a run through real quick for Docs and kind of show some key links there as well. Do we have is it being shown right now or I don't know if it's
There it is. There it is. Boom.
Oh, wow.
Look at that magic.
Yeah, look at that. All right. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm using Arc, so you see my left-hand side, my URL, but basically I just go to docs.near.org. It'll take you to this nice landing page, and yeah, it'll land you right here on the main doc site, which is kind of, you know, what is Near, understanding the protocol and basic, you know, how do accounts work here, what's our account model, access keys, which is kind of a very underutilized area of Near protocol, is our access keys and how different it is from, you know, regular blockchain protocol or typical blockchain protocols that use just one key pair. But yeah, you can look through everything: transactions, data flow, tokens, all that good stuff. And then chain abstraction is one of the tracks here. So finding out what is chain abstraction, what are the services that we offer, and especially around the chain signatures that is just launched. So you can get started with chain signatures, what they are, and then, okay, so how do I actually get started with some of this stuff? In our tutorials page, we have a lot of popular examples and regular tutorials that you can walk through, and it'll take you, if you just want to get started real quick and, you know, figure out a basic cost, you know, donation or the guest book, you can open that up. Or if you want to get really deep and find out, okay, I want to write an NFT, I want to really customize it. There's some zero to hero tutorials that kind of take you from the very bare bones, knowing nothing, to mastering the concept itself. So yeah, these are definitely docs and tutorials are the two kind of, these are more like high level explainers, and then tutorials is kind of more diving deep into it. And then the tools that we have are all here in this tool drop down near API, which allows you to interact with the JavaScript library that allows your front end to talk to the protocol, the SDKs to write smart contracts in both Rust and JavaScript, and then a CLI is super helpful for doing command lines for deploying contracts and interacting with the protocol. It's actually a wrapper around near API.js, and then the wallet selector to integrate a bunch of different wallets within it. Resources right here. If you get stuck anywhere, go reach out to us on support. We got people in DevHub that are helping out, and also community members that are both in Discord and Telegram that are willing to help you answer any kind of questions that you have. So yeah, go ahead and if you get stuck, please, jump in Discord, jump in Telegram, whichever you prefer, ask a question, and someone will be happy to help you out in your journey. It's very responsive there. And you can also see GitHub up here too, which kind of like outlines all of, this is how Near protocol works. You have your application, your wallet layer, the API that then interacts with the protocol, and kind of, there's a ton of repositories that are within, like 245 are repositories within the Near protocol GitHub. But what you need as a developer is probably more just on the application side of things and interacting with the API. So yeah, this kind of like outlines a lot of the things that we have here. And one tool that's super helpful, you'll also discover this in docs as you're going through the tutorials and stuff, is Create Near App. This tool, continually being maintained by DevHub, is a great way to quickly scaffold your project. So you can just do npx create near app at latest in your command line, and it'll take you through, okay, do you want just a front end? Do you want front end with the back end? What kind of smart contract do you want? JavaScript, Rust. But yeah, this is a real great place to get started and just like get right into the code, start a project right in your command line, type one command, and let it kind of guide you through the process, and then taking a look at how it works and starting there, I think, is a really good place for a lot of hackers to get started. And again, the examples and tutorials will take you to another repository or an organization, actually, near examples. This is where we have kind of the latest examples that's been created, especially around chain signatures and multi-chain stuff. It's all in here. So again, docs refers heavily to near examples in this repository, or I'm sorry, this repository organization, or the organization of repositories. And yeah, near multi-chain is a great place to kind of take a look at different multi-chain signatures that you can mess around with and play with. But yeah, again, docs.near.org. Keep coming back here. If you find something that's wrong or it's incorrect, give us some feedback. Click this little feedback button, report an issue if you have a problem, and we try to immediately respond to it within a day or so, and try to help you out there and get a ticket in so we can make an adjustment. But yeah, these are kind of the main places to go. Again, if you get stuck, reach out, and, don't be shy. hit us up on Telegram, hit us up on Discord. Be happy to help you in your journey, and good luck. We're stoked to see what you guys build. I'm really excited for this hackathon and to see what comes out of it.
Yeah,
So.
awesome. Before you go, Josh, you've been around a bunch of hackathons in time. Any advice, any tips you'd give for someone getting started and get into the hackathon, especially one where we have like 6 weeks to build?
Yeah, 6. So that's pretty cool, though, that like we have so much time to really, kind of dive into something. Usually it's just like a weekend at like an event or something, right? You got like 2 days to kind of cram as much as you possibly can. Getting started or tips I would give, just keep pushing code, commit, like basic developer practices, like commit frequently, and keep pushing it. You may think, this idea, I don't know if I can. Just give it a go, give it a try, and reach out for help. I think some people might not want to, or are a little bit maybe timid at times to come on Discord or come on Telegram and ask for help, or might feel a little silly asking a basic or a noob question, but the developer community there is super helpful and is not something to be afraid of. So definitely reach out and show what you're doing, and present your ideas, and kind of share with others so you can get feedback, and actually this might be another way that you could try accomplishing whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. But yeah, I would definitely say just download, get started with creating your app. It's probably the best way to do it. I personally learned the best by just running a program, running a scaffolding tool of sorts, and just being able to okay, now I have my entire deployed application. Now how does it work? Oh, this is how the back end connects. This is how the front end works. And this is how I can write my smart contracts. So yeah, definitely I would say, reaching out to developers on our Telegram and Discord channels, and sharing what you're building and sharing what you're working on. And people are more likely to help you and point you in the right direction, give you some great advice there. So that'd probably be it.
Yeah, I love it. No, I really appreciate your time. I know you have to jump here, but thanks for coming on. And you guys, reach out to us. I mean, that Josh is around. He'll jump in and give support himself even if needed. So
exactly. Exactly.
Not to put you on the spot or anything, but yeah.
No, I'm happy to help. I love talking to devs and seeing what they're building, and seeing how you can take this technology that's very powerful. And we're just really scratching the surface of what can be accomplished in Web3. And I'm excited to see people that take things and use their imagination and present ideas that I never even thought were possible, or didn't even think about. That's an interesting use case for something like that.
Totally.
Excited to see it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Josh. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, of course. Take care. Have a great day, everyone.
All right.
See you. I think one thing more to mention about the docs is you might have seen there's a little search box up in the top right. Like, if you're looking for something and can't find it, literally, if you just search in there, 99% of the time, something will pop up. So if you're trolling, trying to find something, just go to the search box. Can't find it there, ask us.
Yeah, and
or you can just take Owen in a near dev chat, and Owen will.
There's no. That's right. Come bug us. If you come bug us in the developer chat, I think that's a great way. There's no rules against asking for help or advice or feedback or any of that stuff. And I think it's an important piece. You might think, it's a competition, I don't want to talk about something, whatever else, but don't get stuck, don't get caught there. Maria, can we talk? Go ahead.
And with noob questions, don't be scared. I've asked plenty of noob questions, and I'm still doing it to this day. So
we all are.
It might even be a difficult question for me.
Right. Absolutely. So, Maria, this is kind of a unique hackathon where it's not just like a single track focused, and Near is so diverse with so many different things you can build. Can you talk a little bit about some of the different tracks and prizes and things that people can actually jump into? Maybe I'll show my screen while we'll do this if you want. Here, so I can show the dev post.
Yeah, it would be awesome to show. So actually, this time we have only 2 tracks. Unlike we did in the past, we have some ones for DeFi, for common good, for games. This time we just decided to go with native, everything built on near and near adjacent projects like Aurora, for example. Or the second one is chain agnostic design for bounties. New. So this hackathon is kind of technically chain agnostic. So we it would be great to show some kind of integration, but if you build not on new, still apply for some bounties, you still qualify for some of the nominations. So this native track designed for near projects and the projects that are built on near adjacent technology has several nominations. In the upcoming days, we will talk more about those. I can just mention something that we are just implementing this time around. I think it's the first one nation. Definitely opportunity for you to vote favorite project. Hackathon.
Get a little underwater.
So you won't be able to the project.
Maria has turned into the AI.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I promise I'm human.
Robot.
So this Hacker's Choice nomination is designed to campaign and rally for your idea. So if you like your idea, which I'm sure you do, you learn about it, go on our Telegram chats, on our Discord, and make sure that everyone knows about your project, because from October 25th till the 9th, everyone will be able to vote for your project. So this is new. We are granting a 10K prize for essentially the best campaign. You can also take a look at the sponsored bounties down here at the chain abstraction track. They are very detailed. So if you don't know what this might spark your interest, and our on redacted.com, we will post updates every week, and we will disclose more details about our bounties, our judges, their judging criteria, and the overall process. So for now, at the beginning of the hackathon, are just have been open. So we would like to allow some space for your creativity and your ideas to see what people actually can come up with when we think about this intersection between blockchain and AI, blockchain and real world use cases. So I would encourage everyone to think about what world actually needs, which we can deliver using the amazing technology of blockchain, AI, and everything that Near can provide with its amazing infrastructure and our amazing community of developers. If you have any questions, go to redacteddevpost.com. We have a discussions tab, so I'll be here ready to answer your questions. Also, at Near Dev, you can tag me, and I will come running during my working hours. So yeah, that's probably it.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really, great opportunities here. We're now, almost at $600,000 in prizes. And again, one thing that was kind of brought up quickly is that, you can actually submit to multiple. If you're leveraging multiple pieces of technology, there's a lot of opportunities here. Again, and there's stuff that leverages some third party. I would keep checking here as maybe more bounties might be added. Ignore the judges for now. We're not actually judges, but this will change as we go here. But I think this is, again, just a great opportunity to really explore. Some people have been talking about, if you listen to our call yesterday with the proximity team and talking about chain signatures, there's a lot of opportunity just for some R&D, just jumping in and like trying new things, and like you don't have to have a full-fledged product. Something where like, hey, I want to see if I can push the limits with whatever piece of technology. Here's an opportunity to actually go spend some time doing it and maybe win a prize to be able to do that. So you're not just stuck in trying to do that.
Yeah, I think the best thing about this hackathon is literally being able to do like anything.
Anything.
Awesome.
Yeah. For I think that is such a great selling point here of like really gives you an opportunity to explore. And it's not about also too where if you're already building something in the community or you're building something in Web3 and you feel an opportunity that you can include Near, that you can leverage some piece of the tech stack, you can do that. It does not have to be a brand new project. It can be an extension of something that you've already been building, as long as the work you're doing is new. So great stuff.
And if you build something related to space, Maria will love you forever.
Yes.
Yeah, by the way, organizing another hackathon, Cassini. So if you know any solutions and there's a section of blockchain and space data, just add me at Near Dev Chat. We can have a very interesting conversation.
Nice.
Get near to the moon.
So, well, one of the things that's different this year, if you participated like in NearCon hackathons, is that this is completely online. You do not have to be in person. Uh, what what are some things though that are led to this decision, Maria, where you felt like that this was the better route to go versus having people do in person?
So the main reason we're not having people in person is that we couldn't possibly lock them up and feed them pizza for 6 weeks in a row. That wouldn't be very humane, in my opinion.
No.
So we are allowing people to participate from all over the world. We've been providing travel stipends in the past, but I know that people have lives and schedules and families, so not everyone can come and join and hack with us. So this is an equal opportunity hackathon this time around, and we encourage people to team match across hackathon participants. Actually, try to invite someone who you don't know in real life, who you never met, and I think this kind of like different perspectives from all around the globe will make for awesome ideas and awesome projects. This is the main reason we want to build offline to have online, sorry, to have more time and to have more space for bright ideas. But we are actually expecting to see you in person in Bangkok. Everyone who is participating in this hackathon is invited to join us at REDACTED conference in Bangkok just before DevCon. So please come and let's hug you in person like we do each year.
Yeah, I what's nice as a builder is that you get to participate, you get to do this, you have all this time to actually explore and build. And then when the conference time comes, you can actually attend the conference. You could actually be part and actually do some of the things that you maybe miss out on when you're doing the hackathon. It's hard to network, it's hard to meet people, it's hard to enjoy all the festivities that go on. So it's a great opportunity. And yeah, it's back to back with DevCon. So for people where it's a longer travel, you can make more time of it and maximize your time there as well. So we're hoping that people can really take advantage of this opportunity.
And if you want to stay out for even longer, there is a hacker house and surrounding things happening in Chiang Mai before, and I will be there hacking non-stop. So
Nice. Yeah, that's the other thing too is, really make sure you're following DevHub on all your socials. We've been posting different stuff, things like the hackathon, the hacker house, different pieces like that. Is a really great opportunity to keep coming up. And so if that's something that you're interested in doing, that's available for you to apply to as well. And as a DevRel, let's kind of take that approach for a second here. What are things that, you've attended a few hackathons on that side of it. What are some things that come up that maybe, builders should be aware of that maybe might be a little bit different in this hackathon versus kind of when it's IRL?
I think for a lot of the time in hackathons, people get stuck thinking what they want to build. And it gets to, on a weekend hackathon, you're halfway through the hackathon and you haven't written a single line of code yet. But with this hackathon, you actually have a bit of time to think. It might not just be trying to implement everything as quick as possible and having your code look horrible and maybe not work. You can actually dedicate that time into thinking of a proper solution, and maybe even iterating on that solution and delivering something that is not production ready, of course, but closer to it than you would in a normal hackathon. So I think that's one of the key things that's going to be different here. But still, don't get to the end of September and still be thinking what to build. You need to ship something at some point. So
Yeah.
that's the main thing. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else you can think of would be different?
Well, I think Maria brought up a great point. Is that you have opportunity to work with builders that maybe you normally wouldn't have beforehand. So being able to where it's online, so people that maybe you're just friendly with or connected with through different chats or different groups, you can get together and make a team. So we're hoping to see maybe some super teams kind of pop up. It's enough time where if you prefer to work solo, there's opportunities there as well. Again, you're not rushed. I think it's hard in like a weekend hackathon to work by yourself because it's just sometimes too much work to do to have a viable submission.
I think it should be easier to team up on this one, right? Because you have plenty of time to find
For sure.
teammates, and there's easier mediums to do that, like through the dev post and through the Telegram chats.
Yeah,
I know a few
absolutely.
people who are looking for teams already.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. It's like go ahead, Maria.
Yeah, I would like to also offer a special message for our hackers at these global hackathons, because we are sponsoring bounties at this global ETH community, and the next hackathon is coming very soon, in about a couple of weeks, in Singapore, just after Token 2049. So if you will be hacking with us in Singapore, that's a super great opportunity to connect with your potential teammates, to ideate together, and our DevRel engineers will be there to help you out, to shape up your idea, and you can build there. So if you won't be in Singapore this month, maybe you can see us next month in San Francisco. It's going to be a little bit past submission deadline, but still very good for those who want to keep building the project when the hackathon is over. So please don't be shy if you're visiting any of its global events. We are happy to help in person.
Yeah, if there's an event, we're usually there. I don't know how we seem to be everywhere.
Yep, for sure. Here, let me share this here as well. So let me pop this in here. So if you go to tinyurl/redacted so for Hacker House, you can get a form here. This is the Hacker House form that you can apply to that Owen was referencing. And this is, again, another opportunity where, you can connect with people. It's nice to have that mix. So part of this is that you can start online and then you can jump into, if you're able to go to the Hacker House, that's a nice opportunity to then have kind of both sides of that. The other thing here is that, again, if you are looking to do DevCon as well, it's a great time to be able to spend that full month working and building if you have that opportunity. So again, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of side events that will happen here as well too.
Yeah, Asia is really the place to be this year, but we're bringing Asia to you so you can hack remotely. It's going to be vibes everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
And Maria, do you want to talk a little bit about these city nodes that are happening in regards to Redacted? I think that would be cool to talk about.
Yeah, I just wanted to add one more reason, probably the main reason why, if you're hacking at this hackathon, you need to be with us at Redacted. We will have the awards ceremony, and we will actually announce the winners from the main stage at Redacted. So you will be able to pitch your project if you manage to secure this win in front of the near OGs, the founders, and also the venture people who will be all over the place at Redacted. So I think it's
definitely be some VCs lurking.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That week in Bangkok, I think you'll just go out in the street and step on a VC. I know. So yeah, about the city nodes, we are right now we are on applications from several city nodes, and from trusted and proved who hosted Hackbox hackathons before. We offered them to host hacking session in their home city for builders to mentors, so to say, and to get to know each other. So our city notes will be happening throughout the next weeks. We will announce them separately from the organizers. But I'm already pretty sure that we will have one in Lagos in Africa. We will most definitely have one in Mexico, and I'm holding my fingers for London. Some state around the Central Week. So keep an eye on out for the updates on redacted.devpost.com.
Awesome. Let's jump into some of the getting started here. So, and let's talk a little bit about I think there's different pathways for people to get started, and so sometimes that's a little bit tricky, where it's like, where should I actually begin? And one of the unique things again about Near is that there's so many different ways that you can go. So Josh highlighted some nice stuff and how to really kind of jump in. The practical sense of you're actually, cloning a repo, jumping, whatever else. Is there a particular example tutorial that if you're coming from, maybe Web 2 or another chain that you would recommend to have someone jump into?
Yeah, I think just the guest book is like a really simple example to get started with, which just basically shows you how to create a smart contract either in Rust or JavaScript, and just basically store a message on chain and then retrieve it and update it. Like, it's not very exciting, let's be honest, but it's a great basis for building so much more. So, and it also comes with a front end on top of that, so it doesn't just show you how to build a smart contract, because you don't want to be interacting with your project from the CLI, right?
Right.
Or running some node commands or whatever. So yeah, it teaches you how to build an interface to interact with the wallet selector and actually sign those transactions to the chain. But as we know, Near isn't just a layer 1 and has smart contracts. It's also multi-chain now, right? So there's also Near multi-chain example, which shows you how to sign and send transactions across multiple chains. If that's what you're more into, you want to go along the chain abstraction and chain signatures narrative. In my opinion, it's a lot cooler. And you can even put those together to build something a bit more complex with more logic in it, where you have smart contracts and you're using chain signatures, right? Because then you can like have the logic on Near and then do actions on other chains. So I think Near multi-chain and the guest book would be great examples, but there's so much more. If you just click on tutorials, you'll see there's a whole page there. And I think the right place to start isn't the same place for everyone, right? Because if you want to build NFTs, you're going to have a different starting place to someone who's building multi-chain, right? So just come here and see, what do you think is right for you? Use that search bar, like I said. And if you can't figure out what's right for you, come and ask us, and we can just simply 2 seconds say what the best place to start would be for you, and help you get started. Because a lot of the time the getting started is the most difficult, you'll find. But once you're at the right starting point, you'll a lot of the time breeze through it.
Yeah, I that's a good point.
My 2 cents to this recommendation. It's a very good point, as Joe mentioned. But also, if you're looking for inspiration, would take a look at our previous hackathon submissions. We are usually very explicit about our judging criteria too. So the project that would inspire us, that would surprise us with this wow factor, with a great idea, has a great chance of success, even if from the tech side of seeing things, not everything is perfect just yet, and vice versa. If your tech is perfect, but you are not sure yet as an entrepreneur what's the real world use case for your project, you can go for it as well. So if you're not sure what to build, we have an enormous database of GitHub repos and winners of previous hackathons that you could check with DevPost. With DevHub, starting with heroes.build website. There is a bunch of bounties that people accomplished. So if you're looking for an idea and this that Owen showed is not enough to spark your imagination, I would suggest to probably start there.
Yeah.
And I think we're also in the process of, we had a sort of redacted cheat sheet. We're in the process of adding some ideas there, because some people are great devs, but they might not have that the imagination or the as many devs don't. Might not have the imagination or the sort of business mind of what project to build. So we're happy to offer some things up. Like there's 101 different things that I want to build, but don't have the time to. And I'm more than happy to have someone else implement them. And I'd be so happy to see them implemented. So feel free to ping me in a chat, and I'm sure others have a lot of ideas that they're willing to share and will never be able to implement themselves.
Great point. That's where, again, I think the timing is so awesome here, where you can, if you're an idea person, you can join in and be part of a team. There's a lot to do. This is where I think also too, like asking for feedback. So if you have an idea, you're not really sure how to execute it, bring it to the table and like bring it to the chats, and we can help point you in the right direction. Hey, what tutorial is best to jump into if I'm interested in X, Y, and Z? So I think that's really a great thing. One thing that's not linked in yet into our docs that is brand new. If you are want to do the AI track, how do you get started? And so there is a repo called the Near AI Cookbook, and this is continually getting updated. And this is a great place as a starter if you're interested in the AI part of it. So obviously, that narrative is going to come up, so on our next, so we just did a call yesterday on chain signatures and chain abstraction with ideas and things like that. Next week, we're going to talk more about AI, but I want to make sure that you're getting these resources here. Jump in, you can start going through this, get a sense of like, what does it mean to actually build with AI on Near and all those pieces, put it together. Cookbook is the place to start, and we're going to be releasing more content all around that as well over time. And you're always welcome to bring more questions and things like that. But check out this repo, Near AI Cookbook. It's a great place to kind of get started. As we kind of come to the top of the hour here, Maria, there's a couple different events happening. So one of them obviously in Singapore coming up. Can we talk a little bit about like what does it mean to build there, then also do redacted and things like that?
So our bounties for East Global Singapore Hackathon happening from September 21st to 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, are coming tomorrow. Actually, it's an Abstraction bounty and an AI bounty. And actually, your feedback, the hackers' feedback, is super valuable for us because we have the chain abstraction bounty to make it more developer friendly this time around. So just keep an eye out for the East Global Singapore page. We offer 10K in bounties this time around, and I think it's a perfect opportunity to kind of kickstart your redacted project, reconnect with your teammate. That Singapore is super expensive travel destination, but if you will be in town, just come visit, see it at the booth. And if you already will have a project idea by that time, feel free to pitch it to our DevRel engineers. We will be more than happy to hear from you.
Awesome stuff. Good. I think, and so many opportunities. And again, as we said at the top of the show, you can continue to build as well, right? So again, it doesn't have to be constantly new stuff. So if you're able to jump into these other hackathons, still be part of Redacted, continue working. Again, we have that time over this. Now, just as a kind of point of order here, like we are going to continually do these weekly to give you more updates, content, places to start building. If you're going to have questions, there's also an opportunity where we have different guests on who are in these different verticals to come on and talk about stuff. You can ask questions through the various chats there. This is not something where you're just going to be on your own for the next 6 weeks. There's tons of support available to you. And again, we'll continue to do different live streams, all related to different topics here on that. And we'll give updates as we go. Wrapping up here, Owen, any last words that you'd like to kind of share with the larger community?
Come hack. That's it.
There you go. Simple.
Redacted.
Build it.
Started. The 5th. Today. Hack. Now.
Yeah, submissions are open. Absolutely. Maria, any last words?
My suggestion to all the hackers all around the globe: don't forget to have fun, come up with crazy projects, come up with stupid ideas. We love that. We are not as serious as we might seem. We would love to see stupid stuff from you. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the submissions.
Yeah, I think
crazy ideas are the best.
I love it. Yeah, that gets lost so much here, and that's why if you look at the tracks the way they are, they're kind of open. They're a little bit vague on purpose so that you can really experiment. And if you want to stand out, if you want to try different things, there's so much to build in this technology. I'm going to end with, again, like, just try things. Like, you have time to fail. So you can build something and it can fail the next 2 weeks and you still have 4 more weeks to go. So no excuses. Come talk to us if you're having trouble anywhere. We want to see fun stuff. We want to see cool stuff. Push the limits, win some money. I'm going to try to compete. I know Owen's going to try to compete. So, come beat us.
We'll be in the trenches fighting alongside you.
So let's do this, and then let's see what we can get, and keep following along because we have tons more content coming. But this is going to be a really fun event, so do not miss out on it. That's it. Again, sign up, redacted.devpost.com, and we will see you again next week. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.